Jim Harbaugh's, he basically calls it an assault. And after watching that video, I definitely think it's the same. All you see are white jerseys, and you don't even see the Michigan player until the end, and somebody comes in and breaks it up. It shows at first it was they claim it's just two Michigan State players, but after watching that video, it's way more than that. Kicking and punching Michigan defensive back Jaden McBurrows. Mike, what's your thought on that? I know we've been talking about that tunnel, and I just don't understand why everybody shares that tunnel. That just sounds like a disaster coming in for that.
Well, the Team Up North fans are going to tell you, hey, it's been like this for 100 years and we haven't had any issues. Well, that's a lie. We want to first start off by saying that's a lie. You've had several scuffles. Yes, it has not gotten to this point. But the reason why it has not gotten to this point is because refs, police officers, and staff have made sure to push the teams back and make sure that they stay separated. Well, that's not what happened here. What we see is staff and people who just sitting there watching and obviously recording and not trying to break it up. But here's the thing, right? So as Michigan State is going into the tunnel, what does that team up north do? They go up to them and start antagonizing them before they even get to the tunnel, right? So there's guys trying to be in between and keep them separate. Well, two Team Up North players decided that they were going to sneak around and go past and go right into the tunnel the same time as Michigan State. Now, I don't know about you all, but I know this. If you go instigate and talk ish around a gang of what we like to say ops, right? You gonna find out, right? And there's a video out there that's called Fuck Around and Find Out. And that's exactly what they did. They fucked around and they found out. You don't do that. I guarantee you, and everybody's mad at me on Twitter because I said this is a life lesson. Lesson learned. I promise you he won't sneak around and go into that tunnel early. I bet you he'll stay back with his team.
Right.
So, I mean, and I will say this. I condemn the player swinging his helmet, hitting that guy and stuff like that. I will not defend that at all. And I mean, should it have gotten to this point? No. But James Franklin came out and said, hey, something needs to be done about this, right? This was just a couple weeks ago when Penn State played there, right, in Ann Arbor. And Jim Harbaugh said, I don't have time to deal with his pettiness and all of this stuff. I have real stuff to worry about. Now it's real. So you've been warned, and here's the thing, here's the kicker. Other teams have warned about this situation possibly happen for years, and you've taken no action. Now we want to blame Michigan State during an emotional time when testosterone is high? Come on, man.
My thing is this. I agree with you, man. The player was in the wrong. Like, why are you going there? Like, you're in unwanted territory. Like, you shouldn't be there. But at the same time, I saw a tweet on Twitter that I agree with. You guys had 60 minutes to hit somebody with no consequences. You had 60 minutes between those lines to knock someone out with no consequence. But you chose to jump on this player in the tunnel. I just can't get with that, man. I feel like you have to, like, send something at Michigan State's way, man. Those guys were on it, man. I saw him, man. He looked like he didn't want no smoke once he got up. He was trying to get out of there. He was outnumbered. It was his fault for going there, but at the same time, Michigan State, that was a classless act by them. Like, I mean, you had the chance on the football field. Put your hands on a player then. Do something then. Knock a guy out then. That's what we expect. That's the only time you can hit someone with no consequence. Do it then. I just didn't like that, man.
Well, you can't really do it then because then it'll be targeting, right?
Somewhat, but I mean, you could.
If it's shown with malicious intent, it's targeted.
But there's ways on the football field where you can let a player feel you. still with all the rules going on, there's ways you can make a player feel you on the football field.
EG said there's ways. There's definitely ways. And yeah,
Yeah.
Mike, you're right. I mean, they should have made this change a long time ago. And EG, I mean, you're right too. You got 60 minutes to get in there. So, hey.
I mean, I don't believe in jumping nobody or anything like that. Like, I honestly, I don't condone this, like all of this. I don't. But my thing is like, you don't go instigate for one, and you fix the issue. Like that. The thing is just the thing that's pissing me off is the team up north. All they are freaking doing is literally all they're doing is pushing blame on someone else, and they're not taking no responsibility and say, hey, we could have done something better. We could have had more staff in the tunnel. You know it's a rivalry game. You know it's heated. Always. But here's what the UM fans say. Oh, it's our tradition to have scuffles in there. Well, the tradition that you promoted just got two of your players effed up. One of them got a broken nose and a black eye.
Right.
Exactly. Don't promote that.
Exactly. Drizzy Dez says they deserved it. Hey, walking into that tunnel. I mean, you know.